little bit tricky for RRQ. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome you to the first game of this Royal Derby in leg number 2. The stakes are ever so high for RRQ. If they don't win this, they will have to swallow the red zone once again as we get into game number 1. Let's go.
No assassin battle in game number 1. It's still the utility junglers. But what's interesting is the fact that RRQ have challenged a very, very scary hero that not a lot of teams have let go towards Onic. That Mathilda for Keyboy is something that is very, very scary.
Definitely something that Keyboy knows how to make the best use of. Looking at the emblems here, Sans and Keyboy going for the full agility wilderness blessing, trying to match the mobility from RRQ. Skylar going with the Master Assassin. CW unfazed with the Bargain Hunter and still the Weakness Finder. He is trying to go aggressive and perhaps win this lane even with the assistance of that Mathilda, man. That is so pesky to deal with.
He wants to get that power spike as soon as possible. And technically speaking, their mid trio is still quite strong despite being put against the Valentina and the Angela. The Faramis has good clear, it deals a lot of damage as well. Doesn't necessarily have to be too aggressive in the item builds, but still can dish out the damage. So we'll see. So far, they have been focused on this mid lane. There's still 20 seconds. Oh, he's actually receiving a lot of damage from Clay at the moment. Should be forcing a recall, and that does and should prevent them to go for an engage.
Well, Clay is going in for the Quantum Charge, not the Impure Rage we've seen in today's matches. So he'll have a bit more movement speed to play around with. And Kyrie with the Impure Rage as well. He's going to be able to dish out a bit more damage. The overlap, the mana that he's going to get from it will be transformed to healing. So in a sense, it's still a good amount of sustain, but it's not a good all-in option.
Scary stuff in the mid lane, Brusco. Very, very low, forced to pop in regen. Meanwhile, RRQ make their move up top a bit faster in the bottom lane. CW actually getting better of Skylar there. Irad jumps in with the shield unity, pulled back by the Shadow Stampede, and in the bottom lane, almost a solo kill there. CW tries to dive in. Irad already low. Look P looking for a flank as Brusco heals Irad back up. That's a flicker into the front, and that's a lot of damage placed down. A good Netherrealm steal with IMU as the final slash comes down from Dawn. But RRQ will lose out in this neutral objective battle. Look P still going on, but an attempt from Irad now knocked up. This might be a bad spot. Shadow Stampede to bring him back in his first blood for Kyrie, and Brusco is caught as well. Has a flicker to get out for a bit, but Kai dashes forward and finds the Appraiser's Wrath.
That's technically a 3-4-0 for the Sky Kings in the 3rd minute of the game, and you can already see the confidence seething out of Keyboy with those recalls. 2 people were taken down, plus they were able to secure the neutral objective. RRQ on the back foot.
So the stats earlier, Ludwig 3-0 on the Paquito, Kyrie 9-2. And man, that fight, 2 sustain options and 2 heroes that can be beefy but also do damage. The Paquito and the Fredrin. Wow. The combination is just what's so good for that early game turtle fight. But look at the talent predictions by Samsung Galaxy S24 series. Interesting.
The Indonesian desk, all for RRQ if I'm not mistaken there.
And Arashi.
And Arashi.
And me.
And Clay.
Ooh, still gets out.
Luckily, that was so close. Again, right, the damage between Sans and Keyboy is already a force to be reckoned with. They also need to be careful despite them having that regeneration coming in from Brusco. But as it stands, it's a 2k gold lead for the Sky Kings.
We'll have to see what RRQ plan on doing, man, because they do have a stronger gold lane, but Clay is just being pressured again and again. Onic knows that with the Angela and the Valentina, they want to exert pressure and maybe try and shut down Sans and keep him from roaming. But that's where the ganks come in, and it's really swinging the balance in favor of Onic.
Harry's just spamming the Appraiser's Wrath at this point, just trying to get as much poke as possible. Already ahead by 1 level, and even in the bottom lane, this Roger hasn't had the effect that you would expect against an Atan.
The lane was interrupted with, especially with Keyboy here, always just in the wings, whereas Brusco has been more on the mid lane, with the golden already swinging in favor of Onic, and with Brusco now leaving the mid lane alone, you have to wonder if Clay is also going to start to feel the pressure, and if that happens, can they still go for a decisive fight in the turtle? Remember, against a Mathilda and a Faramis, tons of sustain.
Wait, Arad is 2 levels below of Kyrie.
Oh,
Two-man final slash on a Keyboy. Still with the guiding win and a retreat by Kyrie. Dawn in the midst of it all. Now pulled back with the Shadow Stampede. Another round comes in, but it's not going to be there. Not there yet. CW is participating in the team fight onto the Dawn very early on. Gets the weakness fighter. He gets a double kill as he picks up a Starlium set in the mid-minute of the game. Saad with a pullback on Irad. Kyrie with the sandwich maneuver and a full dive with another realm under the tier 1 turret as Lookp escapes. And Onic get an all-out win. It's 5-0 in 5 minutes.
They utilize the Netherrealm at the last possible moment to create miscalculation from the side of RRQ. Sure, RRQ was able to get a tower in the bottom side, but that gets instantly traded back with this mid-side turret, and that means that Onic have better control over the jungle as well as the side lanes from the side of RRQ.
They're just ruthless with it, and of course they're trying to bait using the Netherrealm, but it wasn't even required. That's why it wasn't really used in that fight. The fact that Keyboy alone is just managing everything is just so difficult to deal with. You see Sans here with the negative endurance, lowering that healing coming from the Angela even more. Whereas for CW, already with the Starlium and the Feather of Heaven, he has a lot of shred if he's left to his own devices.
Now a desperate attempt at Lookp's life in the bottom lane, but he just gets out. RRQ scratching the turret down, but now Kyrie enters the team fight with Keyboy, brings someone back as well. Brusco out of it, and gets caught by the circling eagle. Irad with the shield unity to escape. Brusco is down. Another time this game, 2 times. 6-0 start, 3-0 for the Natan that needs to scale to snowballing Natan.
That was a very, very desperate play. Understandably, RQ want to look for a pick. They need to look for a trade on the map to prevent the snowball coming in from the Sky Kings. However, that timing couldn't have been more ill. The fact that the Heart Guard popped off, and then they waited until the point where they had to separate, and now they're going in for another.
An Entropy CW is melting the RRQ front line. Without the Holy Crystal, and they're going for more. He ran in the midst of it all, now caught by the CC, and the damage in CW is melting him again. It's a double kill for CW. 5-0 for Natan.
Who says Natan is a late game carry? Say CW. The man already joining with the fights, already reaching the power spikes. It's a 7k gold lead in 7 minutes, man. Onic is winning in the fights, giving no kills to RRQ, and they're still winning out in the objective game, in the farming game. RRQ just confused on what to do. They have the mobility, they have the tools to roll around with Iran on the Baxia, but at who? Towards what?
Oh man, I mean, we were already impressed with Chidera's Natan earlier on. 13 minutes, already a good build for him, but now CW in 8 minutes, wait a minute.
Finding Keyboy there with a stun as well, but now look at CW. He's pre-hitting in the midst of it all, even with another realm. It's late. They can't calculate the damage enough. Kyrie dives on the Brazers, round in the back, and a double kill for CW, who's looking for more. He's chasing them down. Calvin Renata.
That's a triple kill. That was a triple kill, nearly a maniac, nearly a savage. Literally only Clay was the one left standing. Right before that occurred, he was able to secure that holy crystal. And again, ladies and gentlemen, it's only been 8 minutes. Exactly. These turrets are falling down like flies, and no problem, absolutely no defense possible, seeing how far behind RQ is. 11k gold lead for the Kings, the Sky Kings.
I don't think I've seen the gold lead spiral out of control that fast. 48 seconds until the Lord is up, and already we're seeing base ending levels of gold difference from Onic. And it doesn't seem like they're going to stop anytime soon. They backed for a bit just to clear their own jungle, and now they're going to be going back into action.
Another circling eagle. They can do whatever they want at this point. Clay gets knocked out with no counterplay.
Can they end this?
Blood Wings, 9th minute, 4th item for CW. He's farming heroes at this point, 8-0-1.
Can they get the fastest game?
They're on track to do so.
What's the fastest game? 10 minutes and 52 seconds.
Bigatron versus Geek.
Well, we'll have to see. With the Lord coming through, it seems like they will go, Onic will go and take the free Lord first, and then go and manage the waves afterwards. And for RRQ, even if they do hold off this assault, they're up against an Natan with a Roger. Now the foot is on the other shoe. right? RRQ, they can't really just wait.
Look, he can just walk up like this. It's a 14,000 gold lead in the 10th minute of the game.
It's still unfathomable. I mean, 1v4 as well. CW also very casually walking up to 4 members from the side of RRQ with absolutely no fear in his eyes. And look at how much damage he's doing on these turrets.
Casually walking up as Skylar almost loses a duel against Lutpi. Man is a menace on this Paquito. But here comes the Lord, here comes Onic. RRQ, can they defend?
Trying to beat the record, the Sky Kings this time. 10:50 is the record to beat. Just a few more seconds for that record to go away in this game at least. Kyrie with a taunt forward, only onto Irad. Onic will take it slow. Base turrets all down with the First Lord. Every single one, Keyboy's looking for it. They want to go for the end right here. CW still waiting. Final slash not connected on the CW. Now he goes for the entropy. My goodness gracious! What an absolute monster! 11 minutes and 4 seconds for Onic to dismantle the Kings of Kings.
10 seconds shy of breaking a new record. Even though they don't break that record, man, they broke the hearts of the kingdom with that first game. Absolutely clean, absolutely calculated, no mistakes whatsoever, not giving the Kings of Kings even a fighting chance. What a game by Onic.
Man, you can say that again, Eterna. It sure is a very sad sight, especially for the Kingdom, who are really wanting the best for RRQ. But against Onic right now, did you see